Imagine this for a moment. You turn 60, then 65, then 70. Your mind still feels young. Your dreams still feel alive. But your heart doesn't feel as light as it once did. Every step you take, every flight of stairs, every deep breath, your heart gently reminds you that it's getting tired. You start feeling heaviness in your chest after meals. You don't recover as quickly as before. Your blood pressure begins to rise. Your heartbeat sometimes skips or races. And your doctor looks at you and says, "It's just age, it's normal." But deep inside, you know something else is going on. Your intuition whispers it. Your body feels it. And the truth is, your heart isn't weakening because of age. It's weakening because of what has been feeding it. For decades, for so many years, we were taught that butter, cheese, red meat, fried food, fast food, and packaged meals were part of a normal American life. They were part of our holidays, our gatherings, our everyday routine. We were told they made life convenient, comforting, simple. But after 60, the price of that normal becomes painfully clear. Plaque builds up inside your arteries. Blood flow slows down. Your heart works harder than ever. Not because it wants to, but because it has no choice. Chronic inflammation spreads through your body. Your energy drops day after day, until finally, a heart attack or stroke arrives without warning. And many people believe medication will fix it. They think a pill is a solution, a shortcut, a shield. But medication cannot undo years of unbalanced eating, especially diets overloaded with saturated fats and processed foods. Medicine can stabilize. It can delay. But it cannot reverse the core problem unless lifestyle changes support it. But here's the good news. The truly beautiful news. Your heart can heal. Your arteries can soften again. Inflammation can fall. Blood can flow freely. Not through more pills, but by changing the fuel you give your body every single day. Today, we're going to walk into something almost no one talks about deeply enough. Saturated fats and processed foods are the silent, powerful forces damaging the hearts of Americans over 60. When you eat red meat, butter, cheese, fried foods, fast food, or heavy cream, your liver begins producing more LDL. The sticky, clingy, dangerous kind of cholesterol. These LDL particles cling to the artery walls, like tiny pieces of metal dust. Year after year, they pile up, thicken, harden, and eventually turn into plaque. The very thing that can block blood flow in seconds. And after 60, this process accelerates. Your arteries are less elastic. Your body is less efficient at handling fats. Inflammation naturally rises. No wonder many people feel short of breath after a heavy meal. Processed foods are even more dangerous. In every packaged meal, every snack bag, every slice of deli meat is a cocktail of refined sugar, hydrogenated oils, preservatives, additives, sodium, and artificial flavors. These substances don't just lack nutrition. They actively damage the delicate endothelial lining of your arteries, the thin protective layer that keeps blood flowing smoothly. Once that lining is injured, inflammation skyrockets, plaque builds faster, blood pressure rises, and the heart is forced to push harder. Here's something almost nobody knows. Just hours after a meal high in saturated fat, your arteries already lose their ability to dilate. Your blood becomes thicker. Oxidative stress surges. Vessel function can drop by 20 to 30%. A younger body can bounce back. But for someone over 60, every heavy meal is like another hit to the heart. The sugars and chemicals in processed foods disrupt your gut microbiome. Bad bacteria grow, and they produce TMAO, a compound directly linked to heart attacks, strokes, and arterial damage. That's why scientists now call the gut the second cardiovascular organ. And the scariest part? Plaque builds silently. No pain. No warning. And for many people, the first symptom is the heart attack itself. But even then, your heart can change. Your body can repair itself. And the evidence appears in real lives. There's John, 67. He felt chest tightness every time he climbed stairs. He ate the normal American diet: bacon, eggs, cheese sandwiches, burgers. His doctor suggested medication, but he tried a plant-forward diet for just 8 weeks. The results? His LDL dropped 42 points. His blood pressure stabilized. The chest pain disappeared. He said something unforgettable. "I didn't know food could heal me faster than medicine." Then there's Maria, 72. She loved cooking with butter and cream. But her heart was slowing down. When she swapped butter for greens, berries, and oatmeal, her energy returned. Her inflammation fell. She lost 12 pounds effortlessly. Without dieting. Her doctor told her arteries looked younger. And Robert, 64. He lived alone, eating frozen meals every night. High blood pressure. Pre-diabetes. He gave up processed foods and began cooking simple meals. Beans, rice, vegetables, tofu, lentil soup. In just 3 months, he reversed pre-diabetes and cut his medications in half. And before we go deeper into the healing steps, I want to take you somewhere important. Somewhere that builds confidence. Because people over 60 don't just need advice. They need proof. They need clear, grounded, scientific evidence that this lifestyle truly works. For the last 4 decades, researchers have asked one bold question. Can heart disease actually reverse? Can arteries that have narrowed for years open again? Can the damage slow down? Or even undo itself? The answer, supported again and again by research, is yes. Dr. Dean Ornish conducted one of the most groundbreaking heart disease studies ever published. Patients with severe coronary artery disease adopted a heart-healing lifestyle. A diet low in saturated fat and centered on whole plant foods. Regular movement, stress reduction, love, and community. After just 1 year, their arteries improved measurably. Not slowed down, but reversed. Even angiograms showed plaque regression. This shook the medical world. Dr. Caldwell Esselstyn from the Cleveland Clinic followed patients with advanced heart disease. People told there was no more treatment available. They switched to a low-fat, whole food, plant-based diet. Most experienced no further cardiac events over more than a decade. Some showed restored blood flow. Many saw cholesterol drop dramatically. These weren't young people. Most were older adults. Yet their bodies healed. Because the environment inside their arteries changed. The Framingham Heart Study, one of the most influential health studies ever conducted, followed thousands of participants for decades. It confirmed that diets high in saturated fat raise LDL cholesterol, increase plaque formation, and drastically raise heart attack risk. But it also showed something hopeful. People who reduced saturated fats and increased whole plant foods experienced improved cholesterol, better blood pressure, and lower cardiovascular risk, even in their older years. Harvard School of Public Health has decades of research showing that plant-heavy diets reduce stroke and heart attack risk significantly. Not just by lowering cholesterol, but by reducing inflammation, improving gut microbiome health, and enhancing metabolic function. Mediterranean lifestyle research confirms that people who reduce red meat and processed foods while increasing vegetables, whole grains, beans, nuts, and fruits have lower blood pressure, lower cholesterol, lower inflammation, better mobility, and longer life expectancy. This effect is especially strong in adults over 60. Blue Zone's research, studying the longest-lived people on Earth, reveals that communities with exceptionally low heart disease rates eat very little saturated fat and almost no processed foods. Their diets are based on whole plant foods: beans, greens, fruits, whole grains, sweet potatoes, olive oil, nuts. Their older adults remain active, energetic, and mentally sharp. Studies from the American Heart Association show that lowering saturated fat improves arterial elasticity, a critical factor for older adults, because stiff arteries increase heart strain. The Journal of the American College of Cardiology shows that plant-forward diets reduce inflammation markers like CRP and IL-6, key drivers of heart attacks. The journal Circulation reported that eating processed foods frequently raises cardiovascular death risk by up to 30%. But substituting whole foods can reverse that risk. Gut microbiome research reveals that plant-rich diets reduce harmful bacteria, lower TMAO levels, improve nitric oxide availability, and help arteries relax. This is vital for older adults, since gut diversity naturally declines with age. Here's something powerful. Even small changes matter. 1 serving of leafy greens a day lowers heart disease risk. Berries improve blood vessel function within hours. Switching red meat for beans improves cholesterol in weeks. Adding flaxseed can lower blood pressure as effectively as some medications. And the greatest truth: it's never too late. Not at 60. Not at 70. Not even at 80. The body responds beautifully to better food at any age. And this science, this research, this evidence, is why the healing steps matter. Why they work. Why you can trust them. So what can you do to let your heart truly recover? Start by reducing saturated fat, below 10% of daily calories. Replace butter with avocados or olive oil. Replace beef with lentils or beans. Replace cheese with cashew cream or nutritional yeast. Replace cream-based soups with vegetable soups. Just these swaps can lower LDL by 20 to 30%. Remove processed foods, deli meats, frozen meals, packaged snacks, pastries, donuts, fast food. Choose whole foods: oats, beans, greens, berries, sweet potatoes. Add heart-healing foods daily: oats, berries, leafy greens, flaxseed, beans, turmeric with black pepper, garlic. Hydrate with intention. Drink warm water, herbal tea, green tea, lemon water. Avoid sugary drinks and sodas. Eat by color. 4 or 5 colors on your plate means antioxidants, fiber, nutrients for healing. Eat your biggest meal at lunch. Your body digests better during daytime. Try simple healing bowls: quinoa with greens and beans, sweet potatoes with tofu and broccoli, oatmeal with berries and chia, lentil soup with salad. Now take a breath and ask yourself, how long has my heart been carrying this burden? If my arteries were clearer, softer, more open, how would my life feel? How would my mornings feel? My walks? My time with people I love? Am I willing to give my heart the chance to heal? Your heart has been beating for you every second of your life. This is your moment to care for it. If you want more energy, deeper breath, and more years with the ones you love, continue this journey in the 5-part series, Healing Heart Health Naturally After 60. This is only the beginning. The next video will reveal another hidden danger affecting older Americans and how to reverse it naturally. If this message touched you, share it with someone you care about. Their heart may need healing too.